Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Weekly Spark. Good morning, good evening, whatever time of day you're seeing this. I'm doing something a little bit different today because I was recently on a family vacation to San Diego, and I'm putting together the last pages in my travel journal. So for me, the travel journal, part of it is like scrapbook with some photos, part of it is scrapbook with ephemera, ticket stubs, paper that I've collected on the trip. But for me, it's really important to start it on the trip. So I didn't get this one finished, but I did get it started while we were there. There are even some pictures of my table where I was art journaling in one of our hotels. So I have a collection of things that I've printed, just printed photographs, but also some things that I have printed out as photo stickers. So I'm actually going to just turn the camera around and work on my page. I'm going to turn the sound off, and then later on, as I edit this, I'll tell you what I did and speed things up so you can see the process. Nothing terribly fancy, but some ways to make the scrapbook or photo album a bit more personal and to have some of your own hand in it so that it's not just all photos. I mean, that's the only thing I'm doing is a little doodle here and there, writing down some thoughts or some reminiscences from the trip, and then putting it together with the photos. So simple, but for me, very satisfying. So to show you first what I have started with, I'm working in a moleskin Japanese journal. So that is an accordion binding. The paper is like a light cardstock, so it's not so great for water-based mediums, but these are slim little volumes, and I like how they kind of fold out into a panorama of the trip. The first page is inevitably the travel page with boarding pass and whatnot. My travel kit does usually include a glue stick and some washi tape, so I can attach things right into the journal on the go. And I carried some scraps of nicer paper so that I could do some watercolor or watercolor pencil pieces in. So you're going to see all these glossy bits are from my Canon IVY, which is a little sticker printer, which I really like. It's a thermal printer. It works with Bluetooth and communicates with your phone, prints right from your phone, and it prints little sticker size, 2x3 images. So it's got a collage feature, so I can do more images on one sticker at one time. But this was some drawing from Pacific Rim Park with the mosaics by James Hubble. A day spent at Balboa Park in San Diego with time spent at some of the museums. I love the work of Nikki de Saint-Phal. So we've got museum maps, we've got artwork, we've got photographs, as well as, ephemera. This is going to be painted in. Honestly, I'd have to look back through my photos to tell you what the plan was. I think it was in Doorway from Spanish Village, which is an artist's collective gallery space. A lovely drink at lunch. La Jolla. And you can see I matched the color marker to kind of go with the color in the images. Both La Jolla walking along the ocean, but also going to Birch Aquarium. So a lot of pictures here that were just printed out from my aquarium experience. Definitely seeing a lot of inspiration for things that I might want to work in clay. Took a dinner cruise, my sisters and me, another sunset on a separate piece of paper that is glued in. Fun to save a beverage napkin because, napkins peel apart so well and layer nicely with other things. Of course, my absolute favorite, the San Diego Zoo. I used to go there almost weekly when I lived there. So here's another zoo page, and then also we toured the USS Midway, which is an aircraft carrier in San Diego Harbor. So you'll see, because obviously I have more pages to work on, you'll see that I've tried to do some that continue. Pacific Rim Park goes on to the next page. The art museum continues. It's not just a spread, it goes on to this page. This is a pretty clear break. But then you've got this nice format with all of the aquarium and beach stuff. And so then the zoo also goes kind of right into the midway page. So not a ton of carryover, but it's nice to have that option. This guy will get glued around, instead of just cutting it off, might as well glue it around. Okay, so I'm going to actually pause here because then I can drink some coffee, cut some things out. So I'll see you right back here on this page once I have my pictures assembled. So that's basically everything that I wanted to add. I left in some spots where I can write in kind of the dates, maybe the architect of the hotel, And I wanted to put the information about this stained glass window in there because it was Coronado crowning herself. And then there was this inset of Britannia, but that's also on the state seal of California. So a couple other things that I wanted to write in, but really just keeping it simple and acting as a lovely kind of memory. I have one kind of 2-page spread left, and I have some extra maps and stickers that I may just put together on there, some other trip ephemera, but basically that's finished. I do have some details to add in. There's something to be drawn there, that's why I put in that block, and you can see that it's more exciting on the trip when I was actually drawing things in. So it became a little bit more of a scrapbook as things went on, but, you know, things cut from the zoo map and then some pictures that I printed, that's a pretty simple page, but it gives me a wonderful scrapbook and memories of the trip. So that is my current project. Yeah, I hope that summer has given you some travels. It might be back to school time for you or back to, you know, the regular daily grind. If you've got kids and they're going back to school, the part of me that was a art teacher still kind of gets that back to school feeling, even though I'm not in the classroom anymore. So wish everybody well. Hope this sparks some ideas for you, and I will see you next week. As always, click the button, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and take care. Have a good one.